For anyone that might see this, my name is Christopher Wood. I live just outside of Desirano, Ontario. I used to live in Napanee. I am a 6-year revenge retaliation victim of Ontario provincial police, criminal doctors, justice of the peace, and mental health workers, Kingston Amhs, along with their co-offenders, sex offenders, junkies, drug traffickers, ex-inmates who are committing crimes with and for OPP, for drop charges, for drugs, for immunity, which protects the police and everyone else involved. 6 years ago, August, I found out about human trafficking, homeless exploitation, and possible money laundering that was taking place in Napanee, Ontario, out of the Morning Star mission. As a result, I spoke out about it. I became a victim. I have been stalked. I have been shot. August 2019 by ex-OPP chief or commander before he left Napanee. Drove a white Jeep Wrangler. It happened on the corner of Bridge and Center Street and Highway 41, Center Street and Bridge in Napanee. I was living at a previous address. He went by, he waved. I waved back. When I waved back, a black truck pulled up beside him. They pointed something. They shot it. It wasn't with a bullet, but it was with something that went into my right ear. After that, I had a visit from one OPP cop, Spencer Mills, to let me know. Showed up, him and a mental health worker, to let me know with threats, intimidations, to let me know if I did not stop talking about what was taking place, there'd be serious consequences. He was 100% right. I was stalked. I had medical files falsified against me to prevent me help, to prevent me medical proof, and to assure crimes against me. I have been injured, tortured, seriously skull deformed with 100% proof, serious brain injured, lung and kidney damage, serious body mutilations. When I eat, my food goes to the right side of my body. I have been through 100% full physical identity theft, identity change with 100% proof. Medical blacklisting by criminal doctors who are criminally negligent involved, even to the point of having me charged not only once but twice. The first time was in an attempt to give me a criminal record, which I never previously had, no association with any police or anybody else prior to me finding out about their crimes and speaking out about it, becoming a 6-year target and victim by these lowlives. Ex-chief or commander, year 2019, once again, drove a white Jeep Wrangler, guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Staff sergeants, years 2019, 2021, kidnapping, sodomy, sex assault. Shannon Cork, Robert Lucas, Dave Weiss, Constable Ward Stacy, a mental health worker. Kingston Amhs was Napanee Daily Tea Company. And Shelley Huffner, AMH, or Napanee Daily Tea Company, and OPP. She had me kidnapped May 27th, 24 hours, or May 27th, 2021, 24 hours after me asking for help with what has taken place with me. That was done when they got my blood and piss under false pretenses of incompetency, through lies and bullshit. That was done in an attempt to shut me up. That was done in an attempt to get me kept so I wouldn't be talking about what I was talking about, showing what I was showing, proving what I was proving, and the crimes by whom, how, and why. That very same day, she tried to label me as being 60 years old, and I was not even close to being that. When they found out what they'd done 24 hours prior to me asking for help publicly, they left me in Kingston, Ontario. And they fucked off real quick, but they got my blood and piss first. Ontario Provincial Police Cop Spencer Mills, he has my original CAT scans from Lennox and Addington County General Hospital from November of 2019. I was given false ones. He and Stacy, Kingston Amhs, have my original ones. Yes, there is also Shelley Huffner, whatever. Spencer Mills 14716. Robert Kane 7224. Spencer Mills shows up at your door. I don't know if he is still in Napanee, but whether he is transferred or not, he is still 100% guilty. He is still 100% criminally involved, and he is still 100% going to be sued, charged, and hopefully arrested for very serious crimes which he is involved with and for his low-life junkies, along with the Justice of the Peace having me falsely charged, threats, intimidations, accusations of being high on marijuana and hallucinating being sodomized because it was done by an accomplice to OPP and staff sergeant in 2019. I've been trying for 6 years to get arrested, charging my medical rights, my legal rights, my human rights have been taken. I have went to OPP, surrounded heads on guns, trying to get arrested. I have done OIPRD at the time. No luck. I have done LICA and everything else possibly I can to get arrested, charging for the crimes that these lowlives are guilty of and involved through their pieces of shit. And it can be 100% proven after I was shot. I've also had a legal prisoner tracking put into me as well. So public beware of that. OPP are also doing that to their slave traffic victims. But I have been through 100% full physical identity theft, 100% medical blacklisting twice to prevent me, help improve compliments of one Dr. Tatiana Vakadinovic, Lennox and Addington County General Hospital girlfriend to Stacy, the one that falsified my medical file for treatment refusals, discrimination, and it happened after I got my CAT scans done in November of 2019. I was there for my appointment, and Stacy showed up stating that she was there for my benefit. I had no association with her. I had no association with mental health. She had no business or right to be there in any way, shape, or form. I was medically blacklisted after that. The lies, the time buying, the cover ups, arrest refusals, false arrests, once again, the kidnapping, sex assault, extortion. Congratulations, Ontario Provincial Police, the criminal doctors, and everybody else involved. My mother was also stalked, tortured, and killed, a 77-year-old woman. 2 of my dogs were also tortured and killed as well. I went to prove just how much changes I have been through. I went to Lennox and Addington to the hospital to try to get help. I sat there for 5 hours one day, and all of a sudden, OPP came in with a guy from Quinney Detention Center, and as soon as they came in, no matter how much I had been waiting, this dude was actually taking priority over me, and that should have never happened. I went to the hospital, wait, get treated like a piece of shit, been called names, retarded, treated like garbage, put in rooms. Every time I would go there, I would get up, I would leave a lot of the times, and they were making it look like it was me just go in there to cause trouble or whatever the case may be. No, I was being belittled. I was being called names and everything else. So, yes, I was getting up and walking out. I'm certainly not going to be treated like that and then try to turn it around and make it look like me doing anything wrong when I am the fucking victim of there's just their way of trying to cover their asses for the crimes that they're guilty of. I've had doctors laugh in my face over being sex assaulted after it happened in 2019. I went to the hospital. I had doctors laugh in my face. I had another doctor phone the same cop that done it, tried to have me committed for having it happen because I'm a man and who it was done by. And that is a fucking fact. Just to show how much changes I have been through, this is me at my visit at the hospital.
First Wood here, just doing an update. I'm at the hospital here to get checked out again for the exact same thing that's been going on with me for the last 389 days. And conveniently, I am sitting here waiting, going on my 4th hour. And who comes into the hospital? The woman from mental health. The blonde-haired woman from mental health. Wearing a red top, wearing a jean jacket. Looked right at me, noticed me, went into the hospital. Conveniently, who is working today? Dr. V, the one that helped cover this up for them in the first place, the one that talked to them in the first place, the one that helped screw me up and get me medically blacklisted, the one that helped get me medically discriminated against, not only at Lennox and Addington Hospital, but at Belleville Hospital and KGH twice. Let's see what happens when I go in for my appointment. This should be really interesting. How quaint did she show up today? First Wood here, just doing a quick update.
And obviously, I look nothing like that in any way, shape, or form now. Here's one of the changes done to me. Physical, fucking very serious changes. I had to shave my long hair because of my skull and my face and everything being changed so much. So I had to prove the deforming I was going through. My skull has been shortened, flattened, widened, elongated, rounded out, and many other shapes and sizes. This is even me at one point in time. I've been going through this for 6 years. Here's some very serious physical evidence of changes to me that I have been through. That's before I got my tree with my name on my hand, the tattoo. Obviously wood. %, full physically changed. And that's just some of it. Accomplices to OPP that are guilty of first-degree murder and attempted murder in Napanee, Ontario, with intent to commit. Their drug traffickers, fentanyl dealers, guilty of torture crimes, financial thefts, and frauds against me as well. Jason P. Two-Step in Allstein, he is guilty of identity theft, brain injuring, torture crimes, stalking, and attempted murder with intent to commit identity disability and insurance fraud. He sells laced fentanyl between Napanee and Kingston for Robert Kane. This is the one known as Bill Wooldridge. These two are guilty of stalking, torturing, and causing my mother's death, killing her December 20th, 2020 with intent. The guy in the hat and glasses is Blair Hardy. He is alleged OPP cop, undercover supervisor. The other one, known as Bill Wooldridge, he also goes by Bill Cooldridge, Bill Della Roosevelt, James Bubbles, Stephen Mavis, and Robert Cross. He used to stalk children for ex-OPP chief or commander for sex slavery trafficking. Speedhead, guilty. Tony Anthony Axel Rose Hearns, guilty of torture crimes, blinding me in my right eye, brain injuring me, skull deforming me, and attempted murder with intent to commit. He actually thinks and believes that I am a wolf. Tyler Lake, he is guilty of killing, torturing, and killing my dog with one Raymond LeBeau, March 24th, 2023. Guilty of throwing blood on a previous address, attempted arson on a previous address, death threats, knife through stabbings, identity theft with 100% proof. He is Robert Kane, Ontario Provincial Police drug cop, #1 rat informant. He is also a lover to this cop. And he is also guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Tyler Teabag Lake. He is approximately 35 years old. Here's another picture of him. And he is also guilty of torturing and killing my dog. If anyone knows or sees this piece of shit, he should be in prison anyway, but he should not have any animals. None of these pieces of shit can be arrested without $22,000 conveniently because of what they're doing and who they're doing it with and for. This is another picture of the one known as Bill Wooldridge with the gray hair and black hat. Lives at 149 Center Street. He is now bald and glasses. He thinks that he and I were switched at birth, thinks that he is my dad, was stalking my mother and calling my mother mom. And once again, the other one is Blair Hardy, OPP alleged supervisor undercover, who is a meth head. He is guilty of a rape in 2021 at 45 Dundas Street in Napanee, Ontario, apartment 3. He is guilty of welfare frauds, bag thefts frauds, disability frauds, identity thefts frauds, and possible multiple murders that have been covered up. Child groomer, animal killer, drug trafficker Raymond Bubbles LeBeau, guilty of torturing and killing my dog with Tyler Lake, March 24, 2023. He is guilty of stalking, torture crimes, brain injuring me, and attempted murder with intent to commit, and it can be 100% proven. I now share DNA with this fucking lowlife along with the rest of them, so it could be proven 100%. I also have their piss and shit in my body, and I can 100% prove it as well. They are very seriously sadistic pieces of garbage. This is my cousin. He admitted he was working with them for OPP. He is guilty of torture crimes on me, brain injuring me, skull splitting me, skull deforming me, and attempted murder with intent to commit. He admitted he was working for the cops. To me, he fucked up to let me know. Jason Gimpy, two-step Vinalstein, Mr. Fentanyl trafficker, crackhead, guilty of first-degree attempted murder. He also sells laced fentanyl between Napanee and Kingston, committing murders. This is Harry Hartwick. He is my cousin. He is guilty of torture crimes, brain injuring me, skull splitting me, and attempted murder with intent to commit. He is also guilty of torture crimes and very serious crimes on me as a child, even stripping me down to the point of stripping me naked and putting duct tape on my testicles and making me stand in a corner naked for 4 hours because I would not eat a pickled onion, while he proceeded to try to beat the shit out of my older brother and my mother at the time. Yes, he is approximately 80 years old, but he is still very seriously sadistic. Jason Van Alstyne, Tyler Lake, Bill Waldridge, or also Bob Cross, he goes by, Maggie Falls, Bert Hustler, and Blair Kane or Blair Hardy. There is also others involved too. This is another picture of the one called Bert Hustler. He used to date my wife after we separated. He's guilty of torture crimes, slavery, brain injury me. He is highly obsessed, jealous of the long hair that I used to have. He is a crackhead, meth head, a child sex offender. He believes he played hockey in the NHL for the Philadelphia Flyers and Hartford Whalers. He is a schizophrenic in a permanent psychosis, and he is very seriously dangerous and guilty of attempted murder against me. A pimp, a woman beater, a child abuser, homeless, crackhead, guilty of torture crimes on me, and attempted murder. He is friends with my mother's son, where he goes, my mother's son, Kevin Sweet, where he goes to smoke crack. This is a reserve cop's brother. He is guilty of criminal stalking, brain injury, and torture crimes against me, attempted drugging, using CEW on me or Stingray, brain injury me, and attempted murder. Him and his brother, who is a reserve cop, are involved with OPP trafficking. This guy here, Jimmy Fry, his real name is Robert Hanna. He's an ex-Bath Institute ex-prisoner for very serious child sex offenses and child pornography. He has an internet ban. He is not allowed to be online, yet he hacked my computer. He hacked my phone. He cloned my phone. And he hacked my computer through my Google account. He is guilty of stalking. He is guilty of torture crimes on me and attempted murder. He needs to be back in prison where he belongs. He is also he he lived by a park. He does have access to children as well, and being around them very seriously dangerous. He is bald. He is now balding wears glasses, always a hat, ponytail, always has headphones on, and a goatee, frequents Oak Street where he was or is living by a park, and Victoria Avenue, Artillery Park at a woman's house named Jen's, or Hamilton House in Kingston at his boyfriend Edward Alex Robichaud, who is a furry and also has a brother who is guilty of assassinating an entire family and in prison in Kingston, Ontario as well. And this is Sean McKay. He is guilty of torture crimes. He's also guilty of attempted murder on me in Belleville, Ontario, where he came to my place, asked for money for crack. I would not give it to him. He proceeded to throw me down a flight of stairs and throw a TV on top of me, breaking or cracking my ribs because I would not give him money. He is guilty also of being involved with my identity theft. He is a serious alcoholic, a serious drug addict of every kind, and he is guilty of attempted murder with intent to commit. Sean McKay, he frequents Napanee, Belleville, Kingston, Toronto, Picton, Desirano, Tynedinga, and Kingston as well. And here's the headline about Robert Hanna, the one I just showed you by Jimmy Fry on TikTok. That's the name he's using or was using. And this is the write-up from a judge in Kingston, Ontario through the Whig Standard, which if anybody wants to see more, they can. They are all between Napanee, Desirano, and Kingston. It is very seriously organized, using ex-inmates from prisons and sex offenders, registered low-life pieces of shit garbage. So public beware when people disappear, families are murdered and missing. It is Ontario provincial police, it is criminal doctors, and it is most likely they're drug-fed, money-paid lowlifes who are committing these crimes. And it is being done against poor, elderly, homeless, disabled. Not only are these identity thefts being committed, how OPP are trafficking, framing, and murdering their victims and having it covered up through their lives of drugs, through their lives of suicidal self-harm, whatever the case may be, while they are being tortured, trafficked, or going through full physical identity theft and murdered and having it covered up through those bullshit lies and narrative, and they are getting away with it. Public beware of this. Napanee and the OPP, you think you know. Love all, hate none, be safe. This is finished with me, and congratulations. It looks like my hair is actually turning a little red, but it's kind of funny. Anybody, all they have to do is check out my introductory video, and I show a lot more proof of my identity theft along with a lot more videos that I have. So somebody please check them out. Be safe, love all, hate none, and I hope this is seen even though it's being shadow banned and blocked out, because this is being hacked by the lowlifes who are guilty of doing this to me. I am Christopher Wood. I am a 6-year revenge retaliation victim. I am 52 years old. I'll be 53 on Friday, July 18th. This is finished, OPP, but it's not done. Lawsuits are coming, and one way or another, somebody will get arrested.